Hello Claw Grip community, my name is Mark and today I will review the Lamzu Mini for you. Let's go. As you already know or can imagine, or maybe you watched already my first Lamzu video for the big one, for the OG version in white, for the samples who got sent out before they sold the first batch. I wasn't, or I'm still not a fan of the very first version of the big Lamzu, of the original. I didn't like the main clicks, so the Huano teals with the pink dots. And I also didn't like the shape overall. For me, the top width, so the width over here was too big, just too present, and I didn't even enjoy it. So the review wasn't the best for this product, and a lot of people said, yeah, like, well, yeah, you only don't like it because you want to say something other. No, there was like the hype was so big about it, and I really disliked it, and that's why the review was like so disappointing for the most guys of you, for the Valorant and CS community, for the flick-flack guys who like resting their whole hand on the mouse because the hand needs to sleep the whole day. For me it was just not a fit, and nevertheless I bought this one myself for €109.99. That's the mini version. It comes basically in the same box, only says mini. It has some changes, some good changes in my opinion. Also this one, as you can see, has grips with it. On the very first version I didn't have grips, and also only PTFE scales, nothing else. And this time I'm more likely to say this will be a positive review, I think, because I was, how can I say, I was kind of surprised whilst using this product, or the mouse in general, positively. Some people already hyped it because some reviewer had it before me, and I watched some stuff already, and I saw a lot of on Twitter and says, oh, it's the best claw grip mice. It's now because it's not so big anymore and it's not so heavy. Okay, of course, it's definitely a claw grip mice. I think for fingertip, you would need to remove those two side buttons, or they need to go in front or way smaller. Because for me, on a good fingertip, it would be like this here. It's like my thumb would be here, but for a good claw grip, it's good. I played it, and the other improvements made were like changing the switches, changing the encoder wheel. Encoder wheel is now TTC silver. Feels a little bit different for me. Feels smoother. I don't need so much force, power to move it. Click for me feels better because the size and the positioning of the mouse wheel is so far in front for me, and the distance is so big. My hand is, by the way, 19.5 to 11, and it's just not good clickable for me. For example, when I would do this in Apex and try to mark something, the enemy, it's just not, would need too much force to just, yeah, it's just not good. The overall feeling is not good. Here it's way better. Mouse wheel feels good. Click is way better, more spammable. You need the actuation force you need, so the actuation point is way better, feels crisper to me. Also the new Huano transparent teal switches with pink dots are way better. For me, they just feel like more clicky. They say it's like they're customized transparent Huano blue shells with pink dots. For me, they are like, feels like you need less force, like 5-10 centinewton less, way more spammable, faster. It feels like the click in general comes back faster. Side clicks are not so loud anymore, but still very tactile, a very low level or very low pre and post travel. Really snappy feeling, very good overall feeling. So in general, all the clicks feel good. Mouse wheel feels good. Mouse wheel click feels very good. The overall shape changes and the weight changes are also beneficially very good for me. Because in Apex, what I play the most at the moment is like, you need also the ability to track it was possible for me to track them easily with the mouse, because for me the factor of the mice, the length changes, which are like a lot, as you can see, but the good width here on this point, so on the widest point of the mouse, gives me a very secure feeling. It gives the mouse a shape, which says like it's more, the width at the downsize here is more than on the top. So it gives you like a more controllable feeling for pointing those enemies with the mouse, and you still maintain a very good horizontal stability, which is very, very needful when you do flicks or play a weapon like a wingman, or you go for a shotgun flick or whatever. It's very well made. I was a little bit surprised. Also, the changes of the skate design, which are out of the box on the mouse, is now different. You have 4 small now with the sensoring, also very good. The only thing I had is like that I had to pressure down on the top these 2 skates. Basically, the skate quality is comparable with normal BTL skates, because these are, I think, BTL OEM skates. Quality is on point, on par, feels very smooth, good rounded edges, aircraft is very nice. So overall, good feeling. I played it on a cloth and a hybrid pad. I tested both. Here you see a hybrid pad. Glide is very good. Stop point is good. Friction wise is here. The glide is, as you can see, is very nice. This pad, by the way, is made by Esports Tiger for Apex in Japan. I think it's the only copy existing in Europe. That's not the reason why I show you, because we only wanted to have a new pad here to show you something new. And when I compare this with the big skates here, like for me here, okay, the weight now is only 49 grams in stock, and with the sticker I have 52 grams. I measured it for you on the German review already, so 52 grams with sticker is pretty okay for the size, and there's basically no point I would say I can really complain about, because the form factor, the way you can grip, the very good grips, as I said, is one of the best grips ever. They outperform every TheWhale grip. They outperform the most other grips you find on any mouse. It just gives you very high quality feeling right out of the box. But I'm honest, without the grips, I'm not able to play it, because my grip, the way I grip would be like, I would always slip off here on this side. Right here I would, because I basically claw it like here, directly on the ledge, and I always would like slip off. So I really need the grips, and they give me a very, very controlled, very secure feeling, and that's what I should give to everyone who is using them. When I see my latest TheWhale grips on the HTX or HTX, however you want to call it, they are just awful, to be honest. They feel oily after 1 hour, and these ones feel like they're not even changed. That's very good. So overall, very good product. A lot of improvements. We will see how this product will improve in the future. One thing I want to mention is the price politic on the page itself of Lamzu. It's like, where is it? It's here. It's $89.99 US for this one. The problem is, after tax and delivery and stuff, I think no one in Europe will be able to do this price. So no one will be able to do 89.99 in euro. It's nearly impossible. I think the lowest price possible right now would be 99.99 in euro, which would be a very competitive price, not gonna lie, because if you compare it to the overall competition, this one is, in terms of shape, sensor, and overall feeling, very far in front. Maybe latency is not ultra fast like on a GPX, and also you can't switch on and off motion sync in the software, which I can show you like here. It's like, I was a little surprised by the software, to be honest, because there's like, you can change the debounce, you can change the DPI settings. I always go with 1600 DPI in every mouse. I also switched to only one stage because I only need one stage. I'm never changing the DPI. I always use the same LOD on high. I would tell everyone, or everyone is watching, change your LED to high, and that's basically it, 1000 Hertz, because this one is not supporting 4000 Hertz, and I never see or hear of a CX mouse capable or able to do 4000 Hertz, and CX is the MCU used in here as much as I know, so don't believe or think about getting this one with 4000 Hertz or getting a 4000 Hertz dongle for this soon. This will not happen. It needs to be another model with a new PCB, with a new MCU. Just to clarify this, but the rest is pretty on par. I didn't feel motion latency overall with the motion sync mode, and I'm pretty sure it's enabled here by standard, and they don't or won't allow you to disable it. I have to say, normally I would like say you see the jitter on high FPS and on 360 Hertz when it's disabled, and you see and I already had some 3395 CX models where you can really see the motion sync, that it gives some like lag feeling, but you won't have this with this one. I played it and that's pretty good. And I think the only reason why they should allow us to disable is it because we paid like 110 euro for it, so why don't allow us this? Can't be this bad, to be honest. The rest is totally okay. Latency wise, it's performing like their brothers, but I will show you in a second. First, I will show you the rest out of the box. The box is the same as on the big one, by the way. You nearly get the same stuff. You get the Lamzu bag, you get the book, you get the full grip set with side button stickers, by the way. You get extra pair of skates, the big ones if you don't want to play the small ones. Also new sensor ring. You get dots. All these are BTL quality, and that's basically it. There is no sapphire, no glass skates available, and all the skates from the big one don't fit on the small one. And then you also get like this USB cable here. It's USB-C. Also charging is USB-C. It looks like this when you plug it in. Schnack. Looks good. USB-C cable overall, nice quality, nice colors. Colors are matching. That's nice. Then they have the new translator for your USB dongle, for the wireless dongle. This one is USB-C. Then you put it like in here. It also has Lamzu here on the white PCB. You have it like this. And honestly, it will look good when it is or lays on your desk. Nice color. Doesn't look like a black plastic brick laying around. Good idea. I like this a lot. It's another feature or like another improvement. That's basically all I can say about this mouse. I would say it's still overhyped, of course. For sure it's overhyped. But it's a way better product now than it was on the big one. And I would say if you like to play a claw grip mouse below 50 gram, this is the choice right now. If it's a better choice than the new endgame gear XM2WE, I will show you in the next video. But now I will give you a short overview about the latencies. This one will, by the way, extend on the next videos with the endgame gear next and with the So Raw after, because I don't want to show the latencies already now, because basically it didn't make sense for now, because I didn't explain the background of the product, especially of the endgame gear right now, to really compare this. You will see this one in the endgame gear review, by the way, too, again. So I will show you the latencies now. We start as always with the king of latency, or basically the I don't know, the Primark. That's the GPX, the G Pro Superlight. Basically every version I own, even if it's the black and new white or whatever, they all have super good latency numbers. This one was benched on my Asus AQN 360 Hz monitor with 6.74 milliseconds end-to-end latency system. This is not the click latency, that's the latency when you push down this button until the shot or the light is emitting on your screen. So that's the full latency from click to what you see with your eye on the screen. That's what I measure. Everything else is just think what you want. That's what I measure. So the next one I want to share with you is the Bruce Lee mouse. That's basically the pulsar with optical clicks. I tested this one and the Bruce Lee wired and wireless. And the next number I want to mention is the Bruce Lee in wired mode with 7.93 milliseconds with optical clicks, which are in general totally different build to mechanical clicks from Huana, who are in here, or the mechanicals from Omron in the G Pro, because they give you a better, or you are more or better capable of the bounce and debounce timings when you communicate with the switch, and this normally will lead to better latencies, click latency, or should lead to these. So the timing was 7.93 milliseconds compared to the Lamzu Mini in wired mode. It was 8.63 milliseconds. That's 0.7 milliseconds slower than the Bruce Lee with optical clicks in wired mode. I think that's pretty good for a non-optical switch. Pretty decent number. Honestly, I was a little bit surprised. The next number I want to mention is the Bruce Lee in wireless mode. It's 9.27 milliseconds, and the Lamzu Mini in wireless mode is 10.18 milliseconds. That's even a bit more. That's like, what is it? 0.9 milliseconds. Oh no, it's, yeah, 0.9 milliseconds, roughly slower in wireless mode. Pretty much the normal overall latency of all those CX models with mechanical clicks in wireless mode. For example, the Pulsar Batch 1 was, what was it, like 10.8 milliseconds, also with CX and mechanical clicks with Kale 8.0, and the big one here with the blue, so with the teal, non-transparent pink dot Huanos was, let me check, was 10.77 milliseconds. So basically the same latency as the Pulsar Batch 2 whites were with the Kale 8.0s. So we have like, again, 0.7, 0.6 milliseconds less compared to the very first one. Totally okay. So they basically perform or click perform the same. But I have to say, for me, this one is the pick. I would never play this one. If I would choose one of those two, I would basically and always go with this one, because the size, the length to width is just very good for me to have a very relaxed claw grip all the time. You don't need to aggressive claw it. You just can play it out of the hand. Use your fingers a little bit in the claw. Pretty enjoyable. I was really surprised about this. So maybe this was not the review you were expecting when you came to this channel for the review, but it is how it is. And I'm glad Lamzu changed and evolved, and this one gives me way better feeling than the big one. And I have to say thank you for watching the video, and if you have any questions, put it down in the comments below. See you on the next one. Bye.